Good day. In this video I just put together a few clips for you of what I've done during the week. Just to give you an update, as I said last week, the things change fairly fast this time of year. These are the 4 types of onions I grew last year. And I just went through them to see what ones are going bad. This is the red spring onion, and pretty much every one of them, the outer layers were starting to rot. Now these were all in the same onion sack all together. I had one of these starting to go bad. I'll have to check the name of those. Pretty much every one of these were still good. And this is the shallot. They held up well as well. I am keeping this one and 2 more similar to it and going to plant them. They're very nice onions, it's just that they don't keep as long as the others, that's all. I'm going to plant that and see if I can grow some seed. Put the big pieces in there. I think I'll get a bungee cord and hold that up there. Now I have to do the weeding, take out all that big stuff. Let's see how many cabbage are coming up here. So just a couple so far. There's one way over there. So we don't know where they'll be sprouting up. There's another one in there. This is all the broken pieces I put in this box here. It's one of the good things to use plastic for, see? Because the wind around here is so strong and often that it rattles everything to pieces when you put in something like glass. If I add a plastic panel, one of those hard plastic like roofing or something, then I could probably put something there that would last for a long time. And to take off my jacket, it's getting quite warm here now. It's going to take a little bit for me to get the weeds out of that, and by a little bit I mean as I build this up, the grass roots will migrate up and then they'll be in the soft soil on top, and then I can pull them out. But right now, because the layer of compost net that I have there is so low that it would be pointless for me to try and eradicate all of those weeds. So over the summer, over the growing season, I would just keep control of those weeds. When they get high enough, I'll yank them out, and I will mulch in around the plants as well. I think I'll get some compost to spread in there tomorrow. For these sunflowers, like I said, I'll cut them off at the base like that. I'm just going to throw them right there because I'm going to get something to deal with that. I think I can spare the cash to do that. Down a bit now. There's wind, so there'll be noise. Most people, should I say, a lot of people clean up their beds in the fall because after the first frost, you got a space of time before the snow comes, and you get it cleaned up for the next year. I, however, leave the residue on the beds, partly for protection for the soil biota over the winter, and partly because that'll partly break down. Here we get a fairly big pile of snow, so this will be breaking down. If you didn't get much snow, it could just possibly just freeze and not break down. But here I would be feeding the soil over the winter if I leave this residue here. So this is the daisies out by the front step. You can see here they're already starting to grow, see? So I had to get that done today. So it's April the 29th now. And I showed you in the third week update that I had these taken out. So I'm going to bring you in close so that you can see them. So here they are. You can see some of them starting to sprout. The little white tip on this one. You got a root sticking out of there. Oh, there's this one here. The other interesting part, you see this long one here. It's hard to see on the camera if I move it. See, it has this long root on it. It was down underneath the edge here and had grown out that far. It germinated before any of the seeds that are sitting on top. Now, I don't know how many seeds are sprouted there. These seeds are 1.5 millimeters wide. So they're hard to count. And what I did, I just filled up 12 cups here. And I'm going to take them out. Like I said, only 1.5 millimeters, so just a little tiny hole. Drop the seeding. Now the reason I'm putting them in these cups right away is because mulberry is a large tree and it will grow fairly fast once it gets growing. So to send down its taproot, I don't want to put it in the little cup and it not have room to send down a good taproot to support the leaves that it's putting out. Now, of course, with that long one, it's got a long root on it already. So that's just it. See, the leaves, you can see hopefully the little widening right up close to the leaves. So that'll be the feeder roots, and then you've got this long taproot that's coming out. So putting that in a one of those little cups just wouldn't do. I have to get that down there nicely. And so for this one, this is the only one that will show. You see, got a little tiny peck showing up top. But soon that'll be starting to grow fast. Now I'll just take the little seeds and I'll drop them down in that hole that I've made, and I'll cover it up. So I got 12 filled up, and there's a sprouted one there, and there. I think I'll wait till tomorrow, and I will set another 12, if there's 12 sprouted. I'll just return the cover. I'm going to bring these directly up to the sunroom. And until they get growing well, I have to check them every day and make sure the very surface of the soil stays moist. This is a prime example of why I grow extra. So these three furthest north, they didn't survive the transplant. I'm going to take these three, which are furthest north tomatoes, and put into these cups now. I sifted out a wheelbarrow load of compost. It's 4 weeks before the last frost, and I'm thinking there's rough compost there, but I'm going to put on a layer of the smooth compost, and I'm going to put in a row each of these cole crops just to see what happens. Looking good. Like I say, it's going to take me a while to actually get the grass out of there. I'll have to get the roots to migrate up into the soft stuff first. Never forget your labels. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to see how much they grow, and then come June, I'm going to be planting the tomatoes and nasturtiums and sunflowers in here. But if there's any good ones come of this, then I'll take them up, I'll transplant them up into the shady plot, the number that I want, and then I'll discard the rest. The puzzling thing about Brussels sprouts, it says 100 days. According to my calculation, that will be 1200 GDUs, which I get more than that. So I don't know why, that bag is empty, they don't come to full maturity. And now I have 36 mulberries planted up here. I moved the nasturtiums up here as well. Here's the little mulberry that I had just barely poking out of the soil. See this little one coming up here. Some of them, when I watered them, because like I said it's only 1.5 millimeters, they were just barely under the soil, so they got misplaced, moved from the center of the cup. So this one's coming up off to the side here, and this one is really close to the side. So that's what mulberries look like when they come up. And of course the other shelf, everything doing just nicely. So the snow's pretty much all melted now. I'll have a garden tour coming up here in a few days. And there's some new seeds, the planting 4 weeks before the last frost. And a couple new seeds I bought. So I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.